We gotta talk about this, man. Like we gotta talk about the Vikings. And you're married. You know what I'm talking about. You've been there. Eventually,
Mhm.
things are gonna go wrong. Something's gonna go wrong. There's no way. I mean, unless the Vikings go what 14-2, 14-3. I don't think there's a way that this can just be smooth sailing the whole way through. Like something's gonna happen, whether it's the fans are gonna question it, the players are gonna question each other. But maybe Kevin O'Connell has the right touch. Like maybe he knows he's seen the pitfalls of other teams and things that happen. Maybe not. Some things you just are inevitable. So Sam, for me, and you posed the question, what are some stumbles early in the season? Well, one, miscues. So we're hearing a lot about variety within this playbook. We're hearing a lot about the ability to create your own, the ability to make your own route within the route, based off coverage, nothing crazy. But with all of that mental thinking, and hopefully maybe the preseason weeds this out. That slows you down a little bit. Defensively, I don't see too many issues or stumbles defensively. I really don't. Like 3-4 to 4-3. There might be some gap integrity, assignment stuff, but I mean, you got some high level thinking defensive guys. Your safety, you have a really smart elder safety back there helping Lewis Seen. You have a really elder cornerback helping Andrew Booth Jr. So I think the pieces, you have a Cam Dancer over there that can help him. You have a Channing Sullivan. So I think you have the DBs that can help the young DBs. You have the linebackers that are all vets. You have the defensive line. I mean, Asezi Atamewu. You got Harrison Phillips. You got those other guys, Daniil Hunter, that can help the young guys. Offensively, though, it's not so much of needing help because they're all vets. Like, there's not really a rookie on the offense that's going to get a ton of like, oh, we need this guy. It's not going to be the Justin Jefferson year. But the change within the offense, that's a huge change when you're letting your quarterback make changes. I think that's the stumbles. I think Kirk Cousins is going to have to not second guess himself. It's one of those things, I forgot what movie it is, but it's one of those things where when you're in a new relationship, you question yourself based off the old relationship. And then eventually that wall comes down and you're just like, look, I'm going to be me. And I think that's where they have to get to with some of the mistakes that are going to happen. Some of the second guesses are going to happen when they're not getting out of Kirk or the offense what they think they should or what they want. But my hope is he's spent enough time with them that he's gonna break him down quicker than later, and it's not going to take week 3 or 4 in the season. It's going to happen during training camp and the preseason. That, hey, look, walls are broken down, but they're going to stumble at some point. And I think that's where it's the most noticeable will be some of the offensive miscues. What do you think, Sam?
Ron, do you remember the catchphrase in Seattle, let Russ cook? When the Seahawks wanted Russell Wilson to air it out, let it loose. They were frustrated that they were running the ball so much. They wanted him to let it out. Well, what if the Vikings let Kirk cook? And what if he doesn't cook very good meals? What if it's not very, very tasty when Kirk Cousins prepares these 40 passes per game entrees? What if Kevin O'Connell unleashes this guy and he makes critical mistakes? He throws pick sixes when given more opportunities to make mistakes. Maybe there are strip sacks. Maybe there are fumbles. What if opening the door to this new Kirk Cousins throw the ball all over the place universe unlocks a bad version of Kirk? I think that could be the stumble, is that Kevin O'Connell realizes that maybe this guy is better in a run-first offense. Maybe we do need to put him in a little bit more of a cocoon. I think that could create some interesting tension. And it's funny because the fan base has been asking for a while now, go to pass first, stop running on 2nd and long. But what if that's not the best play for Kirk Cousins? And what if it takes a while for Kevin O'Connell to realize that?
Well, the Rams were a pass first team to get to the run. We have Dalvin Cook, so that's definitely better than what the Rams had in their backfield. So I think Kevin O'Connell's smart enough to know when to mix it in, when not to be predictable. Not to just come out and fit whatever I feel. That's my first 15 plays. I think Kevin O'Connell's going to head more of that because he played with Tom Brady, and he's seen what offenses look like when they work. This is where I go with that though. So you use the word cocoon. Eventually, he's gonna have to become a butterfly. It might not be the prettiest butterfly. It might not be the blue, green, orange butterfly, but it might be the yellow, brown that, hey, It's still a butterfly, still flies around, still looks good, gets the job done. The other part of this, if Kirk does, like, if he's not good when he's cooking, Mike Zimmer's going to get on the podcast. Like, Mike Zimmer's going to get on some shows eventually, or he's going to come out. And I'm not going to say he's going to directly just say, I told you so, but it's going to get. And if Everson Griffin's not picked up, he's going to probably get involved in this as well if it just does not go right. And then that opens the door for the Vikings to have a horrible season and go draft a first-round quarterback. The problem is, who? Like, do you go get the kid from Alabama? Is he going to come out? You know, the kid from USC that just followed Lincoln Riley. I mean, there's some opportunities to go out there and get one of these quarterbacks, but is that the answer? And is that a high enough pick? You know, if the Steelers find a way again, because the Steelers always find great receivers. If the Steelers find a way again to make Kenny Pickett the next Ben Roethlisberger, like, it's time to start getting some of these Steeler scouts to become your next, you know, director of player operations or something, because clearly the Steelers are doing something right. I mean, Antonio Brown, Chase Claypool, Deontay Johnson, Juju Smith-Schuster, they're always finding late-round guys and turn them into great receivers. And that's what might happen. If Kirk doesn't do well, then you got to go get a quarterback. But I don't think it's going to happen. I think Kirk Cousins is going to be just fine. I think he's going to get it done. I think that, you know, his confidence in Justin Jefferson. What's the worst that can happen if you throw the ball up to Justin Jefferson one-on-one? He's going to catch it. The worst is he's going to drop it. Like, I don't think Justin Jefferson is the guy that's going to let Kirk get interceptions because he wants Kirk to do that. Like, when Kirk did not throw him the ball when he was single covered in the back of the end zone, and you remember this, the cameras heard it. It was loud. He was like, F Kirk, throw me the ball. And then, you know, people, of course, try to make it into a drama and like a pro, just, hey, look, man, there's emotions out there. What receiver is not going to say that? I'm not mad at Kirk. That's just what I said. I could have said, frick, Kirk, throw me the ball. Like, I'm just saying, Kirk, throw the ball. Like, throw it to me. And I think that's what's going to happen. He's going to get more and more confidence. And Kevin O'Connell's going to tell him, like, look, if you make that throw and the DB steps in front of him, I can live with that. What I can't live with is you dumping it off in his 3rd and 10 and you had an opportunity to go for the first down or the touchdown. And so I think that's going to be the mindset they're going to have to do to get Kirk out of this. And, hey, let Kirk cook. I don't know if that's the thing, but maybe it becomes a thing. Because when Kirk's cooking and there's a chef in the kitchen, we got Dalvin in the backfield, it just seems to work.
Or is it too many cooks in the kitchen if we do that?
There's never too many cooks in the kitchen. You just got to get the guy out the kitchen that's not a cooker. And you got Cook, you got Kirk, you got 2 cooks, you got a chef and a sous chef. That's what you got to have. Kirk's going to be the chef. Dalvin's going to be a sous chef. He's going to be back there helping him out, getting the blocks. He's going to be the outlet guy. He's going to get him 100 yards a game when he needs to, because they're going to have to play in nickel to deal with this new offense. And that's going to leave a lot of run lanes for Dalvin Cook to get going. So that's what I think is going to be most exciting about this offense, is they're going to free up lanes for Dalvin Cook. It's not going to be any more 8-9-man boxes. Good luck, because Kevin O'Connell wants you to go 8-9-man box so he can unleash what he has in his offense.